Hey guys, Kev here, and I have a package to unbox. I'm not sure what's in here. It's from an Alex. I think it might be a flashlight that I bought. This is the Lush Divo Knives Lush, traditionalpocketknives.com exclusive knife. We're dropping these on the 14th of December at 1 p.m. Eastern. So this video should go up before then. So if you want to pick one of these up, comes in Arctic Storm and Lava Flow, as well as this 80s camo carbon. So check it out. Anyway, I'm going to open this box with it. I think it might be a flashlight. I just ordered it the other day, but I bought it secondary. That's why I think that, because it has somebody's name on it. Not a business, you know. It's very light, though, so it could be something else. I don't know. Yeah, that's what it is. I guess the light came with some flashlights. Came with some stickers. And, ooh, smaller, thinner than I thought. Oh, I'm digging it already. So, off the bat, I'm not really a colored flashlight or anything guy, really. But, you know, this was available, and I got this for $250. I might have even got it for $200. I can't remember. So it just seemed like a really good deal for me, because I'm trying to basically try every custom flashlight. Now, they're all very similar. Like this has the Dragon driver in it, which is Charles Wiggins Dragon driver. It's probably the V3. I'll check. So it just says Dragon driver, so I don't know how old this is. Oh, it's pretty damn new. June this year. So yeah, it's probably a V3 Dragon driver. So I can reprogram it pretty easily. And I already know how to use it. It's got, you know, the high, low, and then, oh, it looks like it's already set up for what I like, except it has memory. So if I turn this off, it's going to kick back on where it was. So I just need to turn off memory, and then I'll be happy with that, which I think is just tapping 15 times, and then you go to the second option, and then you just click the first option. I think that turns off memory. I could probably try to do it real quick. I could end up screwing up a bunch of stuff, but we could give it a shot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Oops. There we go. That's the first option. So, I don't know what I just did. This is what I meant. I shouldn't have done that. Oh, I might have got it. So let's click on, set mode, turn off. Ha! I did it. So now I get I get low secondary, high secondary, and then 15%, and then 100%. I might change the mode, but that's how easy it is to program if you know the driver. And I do. I like this clip quite a bit. You know, I'll do a full review on the light. But I want to test out. Now, the cool thing about barrel lights, that as far as I understand, wow, those threads are butter. Those threads are butter. Oh, I forgot. This is aluminum, which is good. I really want to try more premium aluminum light to kind of test the heat dissipation and everything. So here's some stickers. I tried to get a hold of these folks at Barrel Flashlight Co. I'm really trying to contact the company so I can really talk to them. Couldn't get a hold of them, so that's unfortunate, because I want to have that relationship in case there's issues, or, you know, just to buy one direct or whatever. So I'll keep trying. But you can see this is the rail model, June 2023. It's in aluminum. Samsung 351D. So it's basically a 5000K emitter. There's 3 of them in there. And then it's cool that this has blue secondaries because it's blue, right? I actually really like the aesthetic on this, even though I'm not a big blue or colored guy. But if it's going to be any color, blue makes sense for me. It is Bethany or Bathroom or something blue Cerakote. It's called the Picatinny. I don't know if that's, I mean, I'm guessing it has a, it's called the Rail and then Picatinny. So it has, you know, some, you know, it's related to firearms, rifles, whatever. Just not sure what that is in relation to. Maybe that's the type of Cerakote. I don't know. And then 700 mAh unprotected button top. So this is going to be an E-Fest probably. Oh no, this is a vape cell battery. Max continuous discharge 6 amps. So this should be fine. 650 mAh. I'm assuming that my E-Fest 16340s are going to fit in here. These are 700 milliamp hour, but they also have a high rate of discharge. I think it's 7 or 10. So as long as it's equal to or higher than what they recommend, you should be good. And their button top, man, that is smooth as glass. That's insane how smooth that is. Doesn't really like get to a point and then tighten. It just kind of goes, boop, I'm tight. And you're like, okay, cool. And there we go. No issue at all. That 5000K is nice. It's actually warmer than it normally is. The switch feels good. You know, they always feel a little different. Sometimes they're a little stiffer. Sometimes they're a little harder or softer. That's what she said. And I don't know what the differences are. This looks to have a rubber switch. It's almost like one from Okluma, which I did get some extras, I think. So this might work for that, but it feels great. So I'm not too... So I really like this. And especially for the price. I don't know what these go for normally, but $250. I mean, I'm happy with that. Now, as I understand it, you can swap out parts. That was one thing I was curious about. If I didn't like this, you know, ring here, I think you can get replacement rings. So I think what you would do is just take off the O-ring, and then maybe this ring would come off. So I might look into that and see if I could get something else for this, because I'm just not into the whole firearm looking thing. It's like a, you know, scope. I think that's what it's meant to look like, a scope. There's some marks up here. I don't know if that's normal with the Cerakote or not. Doesn't bother me at all. Tube looks good. Spring is a little bit bent over, but it's probably normal, I would assume. Has the McClicky switch. So if anything ever happened to that, I think you literally just pull this off and then you unscrew it out and then you can just put a new one in. It's pretty easy. So it's cool that it has this battery because this is a battery I wanted to buy. I bought a bunch when I got my Citadel and I thought they would be good for it, but they were lower discharge rates. So I learned that this one would work because it's a 6 amp max continuous discharge. So this should work great with my Citadel as well. So I can kind of rotate with the E-Fests and whatnot. Now, like I said, it's a 16340, so it's a smaller cell than, you know, most people, flashlights this side, they like the 18350. But this is thinner, so I like that. All right, anyway, I just don't want to get into a whole thing because it's, I'm going to do a review. So there's my COA, and this, I guess it doesn't come in a pouch or anything. I'll probably grab something to put it with, but I'm going to set this aside. So awesome. Thanks, Alex, for the easy sale. I ordered another light last night, secondary, the Pele. I'm excited about that. And damn, that does look good, even with that ring. And unlike the Something Obscene light that I got, and I didn't really like it. I mean, for what it was, you know, but I got this for less. And this is a custom flashlight. So, you know, made in the US and everything. You can see there's also this like sleeve in there. I'm guessing you can replace that. Let me see. Oh, so maybe, oops. Maybe you remove the ring, and then that sleeve will also come out of there. And then you can put in whatever you want. They're very, they're aesthetic choices and whatever. I think they sell them on their website sometimes. Man, these threads are just butter. It's crazy. But But yeah, I didn't realize I was going to love this aesthetic as much as I do. And I like the size. Man, this is really doing it for me right now. So really happy with this. But yeah, you can see that sort of plastic sleeve. And it's super light because of all of that. All right. Whoa. The next thing is... Oh, I think this is a pass-around knife coming back, or a couple, from Alex over at Alex's Knives and Such. And I think these are a couple of N-riggy knives. And I actually wouldn't mind checking them out myself. I wanted to just check on them, make sure they're good before I send them back to Nick over at Nick Riggy Knives. And I figured, why not check them out, right? So this is his model, the Jersey. You guys might be aware, I checked out the prototype. This is a production Jersey. And these were OEM'd by Shield and Knives. You guys know my history with them, but it seems like they're doing really good work for people now. So that's really good to hear. This looks dead centered. Nice. Wow. Action feels great. Yeah. Dude, this is beautiful. Flipper only design, but it's very cool. You have a bead blasted blade and handle and everything. And he has that really cool Hearts logo right there. And I'm hoping one of these is like satin or something, because I'm a big satin fan and I want to see how that looks on this model. Because I was a big fan of the prototype. I did not pre-order one, but I almost did. I just, whatchamacallit, the flipper only is what kind of held me back. So this one is a stonewash. So we've got some tape residue on here. I'll clean that up for them. Wow, you hear that action? Or see it? Now this one has a little bit of a kind of Kaiser-y in that sense, which makes sense. Shielding is an offshoot from Kaiser. Feels good. It just has that little bit of jank to it. Could just be, yeah, it's a little loose. Might just need a tune-up. Take it apart, you know, clean it and everything should be good. But man, they feel great. I'd personally want the detent a little stronger, but it's not like off. I mean, it's basically perfect, you know, just enough that it fires out. I think most people would prefer it this way. Really like this one. Feels great. Great size knife too. Just large glove size hand, fits the hand really well. Simple in a lot of ways, but that's a good thing in this case, I think. 20 CV. You know, I think the price point was really good on these as well. So please go check out N-riggy Knives. I will link the website down below. And I think he still has these available, so pick one up. I think it's a fantastic option if you're looking for a flipper-only little EDC knife. I think this is great. Really, really good from Nick Riggy here. So, that's that. Let's check out something else. I have another one here from my buddy Richard. My buddy Richard hits me up, I don't know, once every month or every couple months, and he offers trades. I've been talking to him for years now, I think, and he'll just hit me up randomly and be, hey, I got this, this, and this. You want to trade anything? Or he'll have a specific knife of mine that he wants to pick up or whatever, right? And in this case, he wanted to offer up this knife, and he had Sorry, he had this knife to offer up, and I had a Riot Mini Exo I wanted to sell. So we traded, because this is a knife, the Lantra EDX from Oaksworks, Eric Oaks, that I really wanted when they came out, but I just didn't have or want to drop the 300 bones on it. So this knife actually comes with a lefty style clip, which is really cool, or filler tab, I think. Comes with a filler tab for the left side. Maybe I'll show you that. I remember it being a little hard to get it out of there, but I just really like this knife. Now, it did have a lightish feeling detent, but this one feels pretty good. But the way the stud is set up, it just lends itself to pop out of there. This one definitely is a little stiffer detent-wise than the prototype I had or the production one I handled. But it feels really good. That front flipper is a little bit short and stubby. I wish it had a little more jimping. Maybe it was a little higher up, but once you get used to it, it really does feel amazing. You can reverse flick it left-handed. Look at that. Yeah, I'm glad I traded for this. This is one of my favorite knives this year, honestly, and I almost forgot about it. That's how crazy the year is. It just has a weird setup where the studs are that people don't like a lot of times, but you just have to get used to it. And once you do, I think it's really, really good. That lock bar does feel pretty stiff, but hopefully that breaks in. I might take this apart and put some skiffapoonies in here for you guys. Show you a disassembly on this, but it is nice and tight there. Feels good. Man, I love the ergos on this with that choil. It just feels excellent in the hand. I forgot how much I like this knife. Let me just try one thing real quick. I'm just going to put KPL heavy on the detent ball because I think that might be all we need here. So we do have a COA here. I have one more box. I don't know what it is, so we can take a look at that after this. Just a bunch of unboxings. Can't see the... There it is. Down in here. I really don't want to just be rubbing all over the lock bar, but that's what I just did. So before I let it lock up, hear that? That's that detent ball, and it just needs to get that oil on it, wear in a little bit. Sometimes with these belt satins, it just takes a minute to do that. It's almost like he didn't use this knife at all, but I'm not sure. No, you know what? It seems like there's something in there is what it looks like to me. See that? Just like something coming off of there. That might be the problem. There's just some titanium grinding in there. Better. And then you can see I got that oil all up on here. That's where you need to be careful. You don't want to get that on the lock bar. It's okay to, you know, get it all clean and get the oil on the tang of the blade like that. But you just can't let it open all the way, if that makes sense. Yeah, there's not skiffs in here. So that'll probably be one thing if I can't get this to just break in that way. If I throw skiffs in, it'll come to life. But I think I might have got it already. Yeah, it's already better. Man, it's such a good feeling knife, though. See that? When you get it lined up right and you fire straight up, it really pops. There we go. Yeah. A little bit of just using and flicking and whatnot. And this sucker will break in real nice. So anyway, there's the Lantra EDX that I picked up. And I am actually really happy with this trade. Dead center. Feels really good. I might even flip that clip over now just to see if we can get her out. Let's see, T8. Don't think Richard's a lefty. I'm not positive. Should probably know that, but I don't. Long one goes into the clip. Makes sense. This comes out. Now, key is you got to get this guy out, right? So will it? Yep, came right out. Then we take the other one that I put here. So you have to take this one because of the way the scale is cut, right? You have to take this one to put on this side. Now just make sure you line it up. Make sure the screw side is on the outside. And then it'll pop right in there like that. Take the smaller screw. Drop it in. Got my Get Good screw. Bleeding Unicorn 2.0. Medium sized driver. Love it. And then we'll take the clip. Pop that in. Let's make sure the retention is where we want it. Not going to know that until I get it in there, obviously. That's what she said. Don't know why I'm not getting it perfectly. But just give me a second. There it goes. Now, if the pivot was loose, I'd be tempted to just do a disassembly or something. But it feels pretty good. Retention. Oh, man. Just dialed. Just dialed. And that clip, I know it's a weird angle there, but it fits perfectly in the hand. You have no hot spot at all from that clip. Just feels spot on. Yeah, the only thing on this knife that I'm not loving is just that lock bar feels a little stiff. Like it doesn't feel flexible. It's not necessarily hard to push. It just doesn't feel flexible. So when I push it over, I'm not sure, you know, but then it drops. So I think that's just going to be a feel thing. And I wish that flipper tab was a little taller, but, you know, this knife is fantastic. So, hey, I'm really glad with that trade. Happy with that trade. And, you know, this is a knife I really wanted this year, and I just never got around to it. So thank you, Richard, for hitting me up about that. Perfect timing. That was great. Really stoked on that. So, cool. This next one here, I think, is, yeah, I don't know, fidgets or... yeah, that's my guess is fidgets just from looking at the box, but let me tuck this in here. I'm gonna try to get it all in there so I don't have to, I don't care if the COA is all bent or whatever. I just want it to fit in here so I don't have to have them separated. Keep them separated. All right. So, get these out of here. Put my Lantra down for a second. And we'll get the old Lush back out. And let's see. Yeah, looking like fidgets. But it could be something else. Oh, flashlight. See? You never know. I knew it was coming from a Chinese company of some sort. I think this is a new Nightcore. Yep. This is a new Nightcore they asked me to check out. And interesting, this lanyard is already hooked up to it. It's got this carabiner thing. It's got a McClicky looking switch on the back. Right? Tail switch, probably not a McClicky, but just saying. It says Lumen Shield back there. It's got a lock for the switch. Whoa. That's wild. It's fidgety too. Looks like there's something else going on back here too. You twist to, oh, look at that. Twist to reveal the USB port. How about that? This is the Nightcore EDC 33. So I really wanted to check out the EDC 27. So I hit them up asking because it was like one of those pocket sort of surefire-y looking things. Kind of competes with the Olight Arkfeld. But they didn't have one of those to send me, but they did offer to send this because I guess this is their new model that they're advertising right now. USB-C to A, usual charging stuff. I got 8 million of those. And let's see what battery's in here, if I can get in there. Oh, so we have the USB-C. You're not going to let me in here? Come on. I don't like that. If I can't, I can only twist it to unlock that. So yeah, they don't want you to get in there. Looks like an 18650. Just looking at it, like this is an 18650. So that would be my guess. Zip. All right. So we got the lock thingy. We have a, whoa, what the hell is that? So it looks like a sensor of some sort, maybe. And then we have this emitter set up with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, looks like 8 little emitters with a big guy in the middle. Is that what we're getting? Let's see. So it does not work until I switch that up. Now I click it, nothing happens. So oops, all right, that was, so obviously that's locked. That is unlocked. That is fidgety, by the way. All right, so let's try this again. Click, nothing. Oh, look at that. Did you see that? Battery readout. Look at that. It says battery. That's crazy. Anything else on here? Jeez. All right, let me try full click. Nothing. Clicks don't work. You have to hold. And that is how it turns on. Double tap, nothing. Just a hold. Ah, okay. Whoa, okay. I don't know what's happening. This switch is wild. So it almost has this like, it has a weird, so it has a momentary, you hold down, and then it has like a full, like strong, hear that extra click in there versus that? The extra click. So you have to give it a little bit more of a push. That's interesting. And you can see it's got a hot spot and some spill around it, which is pretty nice. Right? This is on low. We can compare it actually to my Haiku. It's my Magizmo Haiku. You guys probably haven't seen this yet. And this is similar in the sense that it has a centralized hot spot and then it has some spill around it. But this guy has those other emitters, right? It's so hard to tell. I can't see in there even on low. But you can see it has that centralized hot spot. They both do. But then this one really spills out, where this one stays sort of tight. Not as much, right? Look at that. That's wild. Move it up a brightness, but see it tap, gets brighter. Let me just set this aside. Very cool light in the sense the temperature is very cool. Almost has a green look to it that you get sometimes, so that's not great, but it works. And there's definitely a gap or a hole in the center there. You see? Can you see it? Where there's like nothing. There's like a circle in the very, very center. I don't know if it comes through, but I see it. It's almost like a donut. Like the hot spot is a donut, not a perfect circle. And there we go, up again. Now that hot spot gets drowned out a little bit by the spill, the flood. That is interesting. So we have 4 modes: low, medium, or medium low, medium high, and then high. Whatever you want to call it. Maybe one of those is moonlight. And then we have, let's try a double tap. So no turbo, click. 3. It just is cycling. It's not doing anything else. Let me try like a longer. Whoa. Dudes. So this actually has multiple emitters. So it's changing emitters. So there's like a cooler light in there. Look at that. See how it gets cooler? It's actually changing emitters. That is wild. I am so utterly confused. So let's see if it does that on any mode. Okay, got it. So that is a turbo. That is a turbo, but it almost seems like a cooler light, temperature-wise. This is such a weird light. Just the way it operates. I mean, I like it. Okay, got it. So from off, you can always get that really bright sort of turbo feel by just giving a hard push but not clicking. And then you can turn it on by just tapping really strong, and then you can cycle through with clicks. But you can always hold down and get that strong one. And you can momentary that strong one. So it's very light press for that strong guy if you want it. Interesting. Very cool. So there's no strobe or anything that I'm seeing, but I haven't messed with it. I need to see if they have instructions or anything online that I can find. It's very hot right now, but that's pretty standard. So cool functionality, different, and then you can just turn it off, which is nice. Considering I have a toddler and, you know, it might be good to just have that. And I like the battery gauge. I like the hidden, you know, USB-C. So very cool from Nightcore. I'll do a video on this. I just wanted to kind of play with it there. So we got 2 lights, right? 2 completely different Chinese-made, sort of affordable production, you know, tactical type-ish thing. And then we have a custom flashlight here. Also lay down my Magizmo Haiku. This guy is like the OG of custom flashlights. So if you're into lights, you know, but if not, you know, it's kind of like, I don't know, like CRK or, you know, Chris Reeve, something like that. Obviously we got the Lush dropping on 12/14. Then we had those Enrigi knives. Very cool to see those. And of course we had the Lantra EDX. A lot of cool stuff came in here on this unboxing. I'll do separate videos on all 3 of these lights. The Lush already has a video up, but I'm probably going to do a disassembly and some other stuff. I've done a video on the prototype jersey, and I may do a disassembly on the Lantra here. So very, very cool. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments. Which one of these items would you like to pick up? Stay tuned, and I love you guys. I hope you have an absolutely fantastic day, and I will catch you later.